Well, hello, hello. How is everyone doing out there? How's everybody doing out there tonight? How are you, folks? Hey, Heather, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I think we've got quite a few people out there. Should we say
Do
hello?
we? Sure, absolutely. Let's do it. Yes.
Yeah, we got Richard Clarkson out there from Monrovia, California. Jolin has shown up.
Not
Hello.
Canada,
No. Shy Guy Bill out there. I love his name. He's like he's Shy Guy, but he's not shy.
Right.
Andrew is there. And we've got Mike in the audience, and he hit that button on his stream deck, so that way we know he's from Niagara Falls.
I know, he always gives this, right?
Exactly, that's the answer.
He always gives he always gives that. It's awesome.
Donna Derlin has shown up. Hello, Donna. You know what I love about this? So many of these folks are members of the Tinkering with Tech community, and I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for your support, but also thanks for showing up. We appreciate you watching.
Yes, 100%. 100%. All right, so here's the deal. I got to know, and here's what we're going to talk about today, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Just put up there.
Spring it on me.
First of all,
give us all right, let's talk about that. How to give us a thumbs up.
Hit the wrong button. I love it.
I only see one thumbs up above my head, so I want to see some more thumbs up, yo. Hit it.
See, I love taking a nap, so I'm always in bed. But I don't think that's what this means, does it?
No. Do you embed? It's a confusing question. Do you embed? Russ has made it. The sound is even working, which is awesome. I love how you.
I like that. I do. I like that too. I think it's awesome. Yes, that's what we're going to talk about today. About embedding things to your website. We do that quite often. I know I do. And it's not really that difficult, you know?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think is really key to mention is that you don't have to have like a WordPress website and all of this, you know, fancy website knowledge to do it. I mean, you use Google Sites, which is fairly simple.
I do. Yeah.
And pretty you embed a lot of things.
But pretty basic too, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not extravagant. It's just quick, easy, boom, and go. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Jolin says, not since I did websites regularly. So
I get that.
Interesting because the reason why I wanted to talk about this was I was asked, is there a way to watch Twitch without actually having to watch it on Twitch? And a little bit of quick research and very simple to do, I was able to actually embed my Twitch live stream on a page on my website. Now, there are caveats with that, you know.
Yeah, like no comments and all that kind of stuff and everything.
Yeah, you can't make, I mean, think about it. You can't leave comments unless you're logged in.
Right.
So you logged in on Twitch to do that. But then the second thing is, and this is what I found out recently, they actually limit the amount of viewing time when you're watching in an embed. Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting little caveat that I wasn't aware of. But you know who told me? This is kind of funny. Mr. Crafter.
Oh, really?
Mr. Crafter wanted to watch the show one day, and he went to the website. He clicked on the embed and was watching right there on the website. And after, like, I think 20 minutes or so, it might have even been 40 minutes, it popped up with a you must continue to watch on the Twitch website and a link to go to my channel there. So that was kind of an interesting thing. Let's see, what do we got here? Russ says as easy as Control-C, Control-V, I think. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it depends. It depends on your website, but yeah. It is kind of cool. What is this one here? Bill says that he embeds past game shows on his site, so that's pretty awesome because he does do
video.
The Wheel of Fortune games that he does, right?
Yeah, he embeds a YouTube video right there. Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
that's awesome.
There's a lot of cool things. I like things too, and you know me, anybody that knows me, I'm a spreadsheet kind of guy, right? I'm sorry, Sheila, for mentioning it, but I did mention it. But, I said the S word. I said the S word.
The S word. But you know what's really cool about those spreadsheets is that when you do put a lot of work into those, and we'll say the F word now, formulas on those spreadsheets, you can make some pretty fancy things happen. And being able to embed that on a website like you've done with the several different ones is really a neat tool. So do you want to kind of share
let's
some
do
of
that.
those so we can actually see it? I think that would be pretty neat.
Let's slide on over and check this out, because I want everybody to be able to see this. So
sounds good.
All right, here we go. Let me take the banner off so we can see the spreadsheet. This is a member networking. You don't have to be able to read it, but this is what we have inside our private membership. I have where everybody can have their information, and this is all done on a spreadsheet, but then it's embedded on our website right on this page. Like you can see there's a page for your website, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, all of these. I've separated them all out in their own colors and their own little scheme. And this helps our members see each other and connect with one another, which is really super cool.
Now all those things that you have embedded there on that page were all taken from one spreadsheet, correct?
Yeah, exactly. That's all information given in one spreadsheet. That's your
kind of magic with spreadsheets, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
so that's a whole different show, everybody. But it's still pretty cool to be able to see that you've embedded all of those different versions of that one spreadsheet in different ways. So that's really cool. So what's this one?
Yeah. So this one right here is a live streaming guide. It's kind of like a TV guide for our community. And you can see right there, Heather has her shows in there. I have our the game show in for Friday night. This is just a way for the public. This is actually published in the public too. We put this on the public site, so I don't mind showing this. We can share, people in our community can share their shows right here, and you can do it a month ahead, whatever. You do have to list them individually, but it's really kind of cool because it's all filled out through a Google form, but the results show up here, and I can change the colors and add all the dimensions to it and everything else. So it's really kind of neat. And you can, they have clickable links. When you use a Google Sheet, they have clickable links, so you can actually click on the link and go to that show as it's happening. So yeah, that's why I like to use these and do these kind of things. But trust me, there's a lot more stuff out there that we can do and use.
This is interesting to me, because if you can embed a spreadsheet from Google Sheets, could I also embed, say, like a PDF that I published from like a Word document from Google Docs?
Yes, you can. Now, PDFs,
idea for like instructions or whatever, you can actually embed that on there too.
Yeah. And so that way, if you're doing it through the Google product forums like Google Docs and you want to edit that PDF, then you would republish it out there. So that PDF, and it's searchable. A PDF is also searchable. So you can use the Control F key. Control and F key is defined on any website. Any website you go to, you get Control F, and it's searchable. It'll go through for that particular word that you're looking for too. Really kind of cool. Huh? I know.
Andrew says those two features in Tinkering with Tech community are so neat, and I agree. And we offended Mike by using the S word and the F word in one show. So I'm sorry about that, Mike. Yeah, so it's really kind of cool. So speaking of Google products, can I share something on my screen?
Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead. I'll let you do yours now.
And all right.
Boom. There we go.
All right. So I have on my website, which is not a Google Sites site, I actually use Squarespace for mine, but I have the event calendar that is a public calendar that anybody can add to their Google calendars. And so it's really kind of cool because here you can see everything that we're doing, and you can add this to your Google calendar by clicking this here, or even down at the bottom.
So they click that and they can add your events that you have going on that will go into their calendar, and they'll have it on there from now on.
And if they don't feel comfortable doing that because they don't necessarily want to have those notifications or any of that stuff, I understand. They can always come here and see it live in action. So when I actually go in and make a change to, let's just say that next Friday, I'm going to change that whatever I have listed there that I cannot see.
I know, it's okay though. Yeah.
Anyway, if I were going to change that to something else, then, or remove it or whatever, it would be, it's immediate. It's dynamic. The change happens right here on my website without me having to go to my website to make any changes. It's pretty
if
kind
I'm
of
not
cool.
mistaken, that was the time when you were a guest on that show. That was April 9th.
That is what that is. Yeah. And this is actually really neat too, because like you said, you can interact and click with things.
Yes,
and so
I love
here
that.
it is. I have the description, and I even have, you could just copy this one event to your calendar if that's the only one you wanted to see. So it's, that's really a cool thing. Anybody can do this on any website that they maintain. They can add a Google Calendar if it's public and make it so that people can join it and add it to their calendar. So that's really cool.
That is so fantastic.
And then while we're here, I'll just show you that live page where I have my Twitch embed, which allows people to watch here, right here on the website, without having to have to go to Twitch, which is fine. If some people don't necessarily like the Twitch environment, and I don't mind. So that's
and everybody always gives me a hard time. You're a Google guy, da 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 da. This doesn't have to be on Google. That's what I love about it. Although it's a Google Calendar and it's Google, YouTube stuff or whatever, you're using Twitch, you're using a whole different website, and you're embedding stuff, and it's really super cool. I love that kind of thing, that you can even do that kind of thing.
Yeah, just reminded me. Let's go over to the Linky page, and you just reminded me something.
Okay.
I'm going to show this. I have this Linky page where I've got all kinds of things listed here for people to go and see. So this is not about advertising that. I just wanted you to see this. Speaking of that event that you saw on my calendar, I've created a page where I have been a guest.
That's so cool.
And every time that I'm a guest on it, it'll be on this page. And I've embedded this YouTube page, this YouTube video on this page.
That's so cool. I love that.
Kind of cool because you can watch it right here. And that's kind of neat. So, all right.
And we use Google Groups, in our community as a communication, but I can embed Google Groups right inside of the community, and that's where we do our discussing. That's where we're discussing.
Now that is funny. That is funny.
Let me go. I'm not even going to be able to get it in time. Yes, I did. All right, I did. Anyway. So yeah, cool.
It is really neat, all the things that we can embed, but that Google Groups thing is really cool because every once in a while I forget that we have a Google group, and that is for our community members to be able to chat with each other. We do things like announce updates on products that we might be using. We discuss upcoming things that our members are involved in, and it's a great place to ask questions, which we've gotten a lot of great questions in that Google group. So
or just pass along information, pass along tech information. It's a really cool way of doing that, and it gives you all the platform of a messaging type thing. Right? I mean, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, I think it's cool. I love it. I think it's awesome. So anyway, good stuff though. Hey, tell us in the audience. I'd love to hear some of the things that you're embedding or you've seen embedded that you really think is cool. Just even if it's not on your site or whatever, but you're like, wow, this is really cool. They did this, or, something like that. That's what this whole discussion is about. So I figured we would chat about that a little bit.
Miss Sheila Hensley, beautiful profile. I just looked at that. I use the group section of the community every day for something, she says. So that's pretty awesome. And Andrew says that he uses that in his user-to-user group also. So
that's cool. It is cool. I love that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I think that embedding, one of my favorite things that I saw you do today was embedding the calendar kind of thing. Kind of keeps you have that where you can see that. That's kind of cool. I know I've added some of our folks into a calendar where I invite them, and then they can add it as they will or wish or whatever. Or they're added. They just don't know that they're added. But
that's the difference between a private calendar and a public calendar.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And I
That makes
love,
sense because your group, your Tinkering with Tech, is a paid for community. So
yeah.
to keep it from being a public calendar that anyone can join, you have it set up a little bit differently. But that's one of the beauties of all of these products that we love to talk about is how customizable they can be for any kind of collaboration, no matter what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I think embedding can be extremely useful too. There's a lot of times I know we've had a lot of people ask
Hey,
this, but there's William Rock.
in the audience. He loves embedding things into web pages, makes it more user friendly. Exactly.
100%, 100%, absolutely it does. Yeah, and the thing is too is you have like there's so much that you yeah, I lost my train of thought though. I don't know why, but
I'm sorry.
No,
Because
you're
I
all
interrupted
right.
you
All
with
right.
William's
That's all right.
comment. Richard says he's seen Andrew Hatchett embed. Andrew said, Richard, that's spelled in bed.
Yeah.
I like that when we view an embedded YouTube video, we have the option of watching on the site, save it to watch later on YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or go directly to YouTube to view it there and look at the channel, etc., for more information. Exactly. And there's different ways to embed. You can have it embed so that a YouTube video starts at a certain point. So maybe if you're trying to teach something and you're like, here's a video where I actually added crackle paste to the canvas, and I can embed the YouTube video to start right at that part. So you're not even watching the
no idea what any of that just meant.
Yeah, but somebody out there knew what I was talking about.
as a flooring guy, that means something totally different and not good.
All right, so Sheila has a question. Thank you, Sheila. She says, can I embed my Google reviews in my school website? That's something we should look into for her since she is a Tinkering with Tech member.
That's a great point. And that's kind of what I was going to say too. I mean, that's a good point. I was going to say about Google Photos. I know a lot of people want Google Photos embedded like a what do they call that, where it spins through? Yeah, carousel. Yeah, and you can't do that. So they'd like to have an album that they could put up there, maybe even a private or whatever, just an album that has only specific pictures. And you can't do that kind of thing as far as embedding. And I know a lot of people have asked for that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the reviews thing is, but we could try.
Yeah, to strictly embed. I will tell you this. I will say this, and I said this in the green room before we got started. If there's a way, if there's something you want to embed on your website, there is a way to do it. There is. It's not necessarily as simple as the things that we've been talking about, but there are some third-party tools that you can actually purchase to help you embed things. And then there are on, what is that? What I just said it earlier. WordPress has different widgets and things that are available. Yeah, so there are ways to do it, because I used to have a photo album. Google Photos album that was embedded on my website as a carousel, just like you explained it. Yep, and it was a widget, but it was with WordPress. It was with WordPress, and I don't use them anymore. So, yeah, Mia Voss is here. Hello, Mia. She says it's very cool sharing video to start at certain time. Love it.
Yeah, that's very useful, especially on help.
Yeah, what you say, William Rock? Help her out. I use plugins in WordPress for most of these features. Yeah, but I'm lazy that way. Well, that's exactly what I was just talking about. Nothing lazy about it. That's the tool at your hands. Yep. Nothing else. You can take a screenshot and put that on your website.
There you go. And William's going to come on the show in a couple of weeks, so you'll be able to see him, and he'll come on and he'll talk about that. So he'll talk about whatever you want. And if you're a member, you can talk to him privately in the backstage pass that we do afterwards. So yeah, too cool. Yeah, so that's awesome.
Hey, do you want to talk about our other upcoming guests, or are we keeping that close to the vest? Hush, hush.
No, we can, especially next week, because I love it. The fact that 𝐤𝐚𝐬𝐿, I don't know if you know, 𝐤𝐚𝐬𝐿 has been updated to 2021 version.
I do know, because I just updated today. I was actually doing that this morning. I was updating to 𝐤𝐚𝐬𝐿 2021 and getting everything. You got to convert some things over to make sure that they work in the new version and stuff. So that was at first a little nerve-wracking, but it ended up being no brainer. Like it was so easy, not a big deal.
A lot of cool features. A lot of cool features. I think.
I
If I'm
can't
not
wait
mistaken,
to see.
go ahead.
I can't wait to hear about those new features and how they work. So that we're gonna have who on next week?
We're gonna have Gord's gonna come on next week. If everything works out, we're gonna have him on next week, and he's gonna come in and show us. I'm sure he'll do a couple demos and stuff, and he always does extensive stuff there. So, yeah, I look forward to that one. That one should be a really good one. It really should, because
I got everything crossed. I'm gonna sit like this for the rest of the show just to make sure he comes next week.
Yeah, I know. He's good with that stuff. He did a 30-minute video. If you go to his channel, anybody that does want to go to his channel, he did a 30-minute video showing the new features, and it's long and it's complex. And so, yeah, so any community members get to talk to him in the backstage pass as well. So after the show, you can come and ask him your personal stuff, or ask it in the chat. It's fine, but it should be pretty cool. It should be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a good one. So.
And then after Gord is here next week, we will have.
Yeah, those that know StreamYard fairly well, Melanie Diane Howe, I think is her last name. She's going to come on, lots of energy, knows a lot about tech and stuff, and she's just going to come on and be a guest and hopefully just share some of the stuff. And I think, I'm not sure of this, but she has some kind of affiliation with StreamYard too, so maybe she'll talk a little bit about that stuff too. So should be fun. Yeah, it should be fun.
Next 3 weeks we have some great guests, and William Rock will round that all out for us on the third week after. So thank you so much to our guests coming up. Awesome.
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. Should be a very
all of that. So
yeah, should be very good round here of coming into what I call Google. I don't know what I call it. I don't really call it. Google I/O is coming up at the end of May. So, I'm always excited about that, to find out what they're doing, especially after not having one last year. So I believe it's the 18th and the 20th or something like that.
And that's open to everybody, right? Anyone can attend
that.
It is.
Yeah, I recommend watching it. I recommend watching it through YouTube or something like that. Or they do have a website where it has all the events listed and all that kind of stuff. So I always look forward to that, especially at the opening, whatever they call that, the opening scene of
opening session.
Yeah, I guess. And I just love it, because that's when Sundar comes on and introduces 18th through the 20th. He introduces all the new stuff and the things that have been working on and been working on. And now that they're acclimated, I saw there was a article out there. Now that they're acclimated to working at home, a lot of them, they're still in they've done a lot of productive stuff, supposedly, and hopefully that we get to see that. So a lot of stuff tech going on in May, which should be really kind of interesting for us, our show, and just with Google. And, I'm excited with Google. So I know not everybody is, but I'm a Google geek. So yeah. So there you go.
Thanks for that, Andrew. Nice little, is that foreshadowing?
Yeah, I think so. I'm almost positive that you will see, since they bought those, I told you who it was, the two watch companies.
We had this conversation during one of our shows recently about
Fitbit and the other one. I can't even remember the name.
A watch company, and I can't.
It is a watch company. So I really think that they're going to probably have a Google Watch come out. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So we'll see how all that goes. And then that's just my foresight, I guess you would call that, to see, or clairvoyance.
All right, everybody. Michael has just predicted.
I'm lost for words.
We'll see next month how
we'll see. Pixel 6, I'm sure that they'll have some Android features, because they didn't really push any Android features out this last I/O, because they didn't have an I/O. So I think this I/O, they're really going to come through with some stuff.
They didn't really push anything this last I/O. I mean,
no, they didn't, because they didn't have one. That was weird. They really didn't show us anything. Probably because they didn't have it. So no, it should be fun. So May should be a great month. Looking forward to it. Heather, great to have you back. Awesome to have you back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm recovering nicely from my extreme sunburn. I went up north where it was nice and cool, and we worked outside, and I didn't realize the sun does a little bit more damage out there.
It's
But
hotter
yeah,
out there in the, yeah, there you go.
it wasn't necessarily hotter. It's just I guess the elevation, you're closer to the sun. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be part of the show, and I'm so grateful for everyone who showed up live today. And
Yes.
cannot wait for you to join us next week when hopefully, fingers
Yeah,
crossed,
that's
will
right.
join us to talk about 𝐞𝐜𝐬𝐽
𝐶𝐜𝐬𝐽, the latest version. Yes,
the
100%.
new
Can't
version.
wait. Should be exciting. All right, folks. Hey, listen, members, we'll see you in the backstage pass. We appreciate you guys. They're investing big on my word. That's right. And then we will see you guys in the backstage pass. Anybody that wants to join, don't forget, you can always join. You can just click on, if you want to, I'll give you this opportunity real quick. You'll see this same QR code. You just click on that, take you right to our website, tinkeringwithtech.net, and then sign. Oh, go ahead, Heather. What you got to say?
I was just going to say, if you joined right now, my phone will let me know that you joined, and we'll let you into the backstage pass to chat with us right now.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, in a minute. I mean, when we're done.
Yeah, when we're done with this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks, folks. Thank you. And members, we'll see you in just a couple minutes. And Heather, thank you so much. And we'll talk at you next week, hopefully with Gord as our guest. All right. See you, gang.